How's it going, everybody? Spencer here for not my normal planned video. I was supposed to come home, finish working on an actual edited video, and then I got a notification from my phone. Hey, you have a package in the mail from Limited Run Games, to which I would normally go, whoa, cool, / whoa, I ordered something from them? Yes, we're still waiting on not one, but 2 collector's editions for Persona 4 Golden. So I ordered them all at once. For any of you who have not seen any of my previous unboxings, I've, as of now, unboxed the standard edition on PS4 for Persona 3, Persona 4, collector's edition on Xbox, collector's edition on Switch, and yeah, I ordered the standard versions separately, like the PS4 copy here, and then I had the deluxe edition and the collector's edition ordered together, just so I could save some cash. And yeah, can't help but notice that my entire order, by the way, tamper-proof tape for all the limited run people out there, because I will have to, spoiler alert, draft up an email after this. Just for a heads up, this is how big the collector's edition box is supposed to be. The Persona 4 one's the same size as the Persona 3 one, and yeah, I don't think they squished it in there, unless we did some really aggressive folding. But I don't think I got that lucky. So, not great that I'm missing the $200 collector's edition with my order. I'm sure there's probably a reasonable explanation for it. So I'm going to reach out. But yeah, clickbaity title explained, where's my $200 collector's edition? I don't know. Let's open up whatever the hell is in here and hope it's at least some of the things I ordered. So, let's get our tamper-proof tape tampered. We brought out the big boy knife this time because I was like, I just got off work. I'm real hungry. I got no time for shenanigans. Alright, we got a packing slip, even better. Let's see if it doesn't dox me. Alright, so we got a slip with... Perfect, okay. No address, but I'll still cover my order number just in case. Alright, nothing incriminating is on here. And yeah, you can see I ordered a slipcase on PS4, Switch, Xbox Collector's Edition here on the bottom, and then Nintendo Switch Collector's Edition here in the middle. And yeah, all of those have the same bin number, so I am greatly confused. But here's our box nonetheless, so let's open and see what's all in here. I'm assuming it's everything else but that. Oh! This is weird. Okay, like, so, this is how it was shipped. I thought the slipcovers were, like, folded. I'm actually going to give Limited Run some props on this. These are, like, actually, like, thick cardboard, like, professionally made slipcovers. That's actually pretty cool. So let's take one of these out of here. So normally when games or companies sell slipcovers, what they do with it is they'll just give you the slipcover and it will be unfolded, and then you normally just kind of make like a little outer sleeve cardboard box. But for like, I think I bought this for like 10 bucks. Get the shit. I think the price was on there. Price was not on there. I'm pretty sure these were like 10 bucks. And obviously, this did not take $10 worth of material to make, but it's like really thick cardboard, which is nice. And I hope that this comes through. It's actually got a spot gloss finish on the logos, the characters. The rest is matte, but it's even got it on the spines, which is pretty interesting. And then on the back, it actually has the back box art. Not back box art, it has the back of the box screenshots and quotes on here as well. So that's really interesting. Got the same thing for Switch. And I'm actually a lot more glad I bought these. I kind of just bought these at a whim. I was already like, I'm already spending way too much money on this. But in terms of a cool little tchotchke, oh yeah, very weird by the way, they all have their own barcode. Interesting. So, I'm actually not mad that I ordered these. Got the logo on the top and the side. So that's actually kind of cool. We'll look at what that looks like in a little bit here. Actually, you know what? I just realized I can actually already do it. Because I've already got both of them on PlayStation. So, when you have your slipcover, got both your copies, just put them in here and do that, which is cool. And then also what you can do, which I doubt most people would do, but they should also fit, hopefully without any trouble, they both should be able to fit the Steelbook. So we'll see how that looks as well. But hey, considering I thought I was just going to get like a folded chunk of cardboard, that's pretty cool. And now next up we've got the changed cover art. Ah, it's not a PS2 box! Ah! We've got the Grimoire edition. I think this one's the Grimoire edition, or the Velvet edition. I forget which one this is called. But, oh no, this is the Grimoire edition. It says here on the back. So, this was initially supposed to be the original Persona 4 box art. And if you actually listen to my podcast I did with Josh from Limited Run, we actually get into why Atlas didn't want them to use original P4 art. Because if you are familiar with Limited Run, when they do games that either had a separate release through like a PlayStation 2 version, PlayStation 1 version, classic Xbox, GameCube, they like to reuse a lot of those motifs, like they'll do Game Boy boxes. So when they had originally sold this, instead of the Vita cover art, the original art was the original PS2 art. And then last minute they changed it without telling anybody because Atlas said, hey, actually we don't want you to use artwork associated with the PS2 version because this is the Vita version. And they are different games, very different games, even though one is a remake of the other. So, this is the Xbox version. It's the exact same as the PS4 version, but has the game. Get this little outer sleeve, the Grimoire book box, which just a box, and then a Steelbook. So base game, for anyone who out there who didn't know, base game was $35. This version is $70, so twice the price for a box and a Steelbook. Don't think about it, it just makes me feel worse. And then on the back, what is cool, and you can tell they got away with this because Atlas cared way less about how the back of it looks, this is how the back of the PS2 box looks. This drawing of Teddy, this outline of Chie, Kanji, Yosuke, the 3 pins from Chie's jacket, all this was from the PS2 version, which is cool. I'd be curious about the screenshots. I wonder if they updated the screenshots or not. But let's dive into this and see how it looks. Oh my gosh, it's really thick plastic. I think we had this exact same issue last time. Alright, just get our handy dandy knife. There you go. Thank you, Mr. Knife. Let's sheath you so we don't hurt ourselves. Alright. Let's get that plastic out of here. Ba-ba-da-bum. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. So this one I've been very excited about. Obviously, for anyone out there who does not know, I'm a huge Persona 4 fan. It's my favorite game in the series, especially Golden. So the box itself is a matte finish. There's no spot gloss on any of this. It is just all matte all the time. I forget if I showed the sides, but yeah, it just has the Limited Run logo. Both sides there. And then you've got a very, very blue box. Which this is such a minor thing, but I work in print as part of my day job. And I want you to know, this doesn't actually bother me. This looks great. The way this is printed, this looks very nice. It's very clean. This, thank God there's a sleeve on this. This would annoy me for the love of God. This is just part of the manufacturing process. I get why they printed it this way. I'm almost surprised they didn't give themselves more wiggle room in the back, because the back of this has absolutely nothing. So the Grimoire book looks really great on the front. Uneven and nothing on the spine, leaves a lot to be desired. And then this is absolutely very weird, especially compared to the Grimoire edition for Persona 3 Portable, which looked on all sides like a lot nicer of a book. Nothing crazy. I'm not sure how well this will pick up. There is a printed... It's like a printed, almost like fabric-looking material, but it's not. So it looks more like a book than how it actually feels. Oh, this is just as weird as I thought. So the inside of the box is the exact same as the Persona 3 version. Very yellow. By the way, this is... we'll never get used to this. Seeing this physically is very wild, but I'm happy to see it. I was not kidding. Steelbook, game, nothing else. It's a very expensive cardboard box I ordered. Although considering the other two were also empty cardboard sleeves, I've not really got much room to complain. So we've got the physical copy here, which we'll unbox in a second, and compare to the PS4 version. But I gotta look at this. This is the whole reason I ordered this thing. Well, A, because I'm an Atlas sicko, and B, Persona 4 does not have a Steelbook, or did not have a Steelbook until now. And this one I was really curious about how I'd feel, especially compared to the P4 one. Okay. The inside looks boring, but if you appreciate the fact that it's the same lining as used... I forget if it's his jacket or if it's like his pants or whatever, but it's got the same lining as like used clothes. Here is the spine and the back all opened up. Here's the front, here's the back. I feel like out of all the art they could have used, this was not like my first choice, but I'm not mad at it. My only weird complaint, and again, I wish I had a better camera for this. It looks good, but you can tell that this is like art that was not meant to be like zoomed in this much. Because like, just for example, like here's what the normal art is with the logo, but you still get an idea. It's zoomed in a little bit more. And it looks worse on the Steelbook. It's very weird. Design-wise, I think it's fine. But the art file they used... And I'll like maybe do a picture and post on like Twitter and let people kind of compare. This is super weird. Like, Yu looks fine. Some of the backgrounds are fine, but like Kanji's face looks really soft. Like, his face just looks really soft for some reason. But, not like to a point where I feel like I'm gypped. This is just one of those weird ones of, it's just cropped in, zoomed in art. And it's so bright, you're just going to notice every little thing kind of pop out here. Very weird that there's like no... Well, no, I guess that's not true. So this is all spot gloss around the characters. It's very strange. But if you see kind of like where here's the reflection, it stops here. So all of this is spot gloss. And hence why you're not seeing the reflection as bright on everything else. So the logo is spot gloss, and then all of the characters are spot gloss. That might be why it's a little bit weird. Because like normally a spot gloss, part of the reason you call it that is you're doing little bits to kind of make everything pop a little bit more. But when it's 95% gloss, the like random bits of matte, like it's matte here, 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 and here. Like this makes a lot more sense. You have all this is matte, this is all gloss. And then the whole front is like 95% glossy. It's just such a weird choice. Especially because the P3 one is not like that at all. The P3 one, yeah, is like, has way, way, way less for it. So, I don't know. I'll have to sit on this, especially maybe compare it to the Switch version. They might be able to, hopefully the Switch one maybe looks a little bit better. I definitely don't regret owning it, especially for my Steelbook collection, but kind of weird. I did not think I'd be let down by this. I was like, yeah, it's a Persona 4 Steelbook. How do you drop the ball on that? So, let's get the game out. So, we have the game, the back. We will be opening this up as well. And then you got all of our little text here for it. As funny as it is to see this in green, I still think it looks really, really nice. Alright, we're going to bust the knife out one last time. There we go. And then we'll compare it as well to the PS4 version, because I was surprised when I was unboxing the Persona 3 portable version. Oh my god, I forgot about this. This still throws me off. I forgot or was surprised that the disc art was different and some of the manual size was different as well. So, got that off. You can enjoy this a little bit better. Obviously, for the cover art, you're actually just getting more art on the Xbox version, just in that little corner there. Nothing crazy. And then on the back, let's take a look here. So the back is a little bit more scrunched in, not as much as Persona 3 was, but very weird that like this is cut off down here. I almost would have like moved it up a little bit, especially just because it really does just sort of feel like it comes out a little less naturally than this does. But we've also got our manual, which still does that thing I really, really hate. So we've got our disc, we've got our manual, and the manual is still put in the wrong way. I don't know if this is how Xbox wants it to be put in. This is just asking to like crimp your pages. We got damaged last time on the P3 one. This one we actually lucked out for. So this one did not have any damages. We'll go flip through that in a second. But here's the disc, and then here's the reverse cover art. So this one was really funny. This was the original art that was just going to be the cover for this game. And as the internet tends to do, they complained and were like, this looks terrible, just give us the original cover art. I don't know why it wasn't like an option like it is now where you can just swap it out, but it's cool that that is there. I think the disc art is the same this time. Yes, so they are exactly the same. Minor changes in terms of like where logos are, but unlike Persona 3, it's the logo with a stripe. I think the exact same stripe and position as well. Yep, the only difference is Xbox has their system thing on top with the logo on the bottom, PlayStation logo on the bottom, P4 logo on the top. So let's put these cases away and check out the manuals. So as expected, the Xbox manual is smaller, just slightly, like just a smidge smaller, but the print quality, I actually feel like the paper is nicer on the Xbox ones. So the contents are the exact same for what's in there. We'll give you a quick little flip of seeing characters, their personas, menus. It's nothing crazy, but a fun little thing, if you were not aware, is this manual is based off the digital manual from the PlayStation Vita version, which is very weird to see a PlayStation Vita manual being used on an Xbox Series physical manual, but I'm not complaining. I just saw this as 20 minutes long. I told my wife, I was like, there's no way this is going to be longer than 10 minutes. Why would I just lie like that? I cannot believe this has been 20 minutes. I apologize for going this long. Probably just because I was freaking out about cardboard as long as I was. But that's the manual. We'll do this as a quick comparison for how it cropped art. Xbox here. PlayStation here. It's just giving you a little bit more room, kind of cutting off a little bit at the top and a lot more at the bottom, and then kind of scrunching it in. But you're not missing any content that's there. All of it is there. I actually think the paper, like I said, feels a little bit nicer on Xbox, which is a cool little win. We're going to wrap this up and then see if the Steelbooks are nice and snuggly, / we can compare and see if I hate the Steelbook less or more on the P3P one. So, P3P by comparison, here's the front. They kind of did the opposite. Here was the spot gloss. Yeah, and then this didn't have almost any spot gloss in the back. I'm shocked that this one's actually the better looking Steelbook out of these two. Let me know, what do you think? What's the better Steelbook? I really thought I would like this more, but the spot gloss just makes it look so cheap. And then this one, not having any spot gloss, especially with the darker colors, goes a long way. And it only has spot gloss here on the logo. Actually, I don't even think it is. No, yeah, this has no spot gloss by comparison on the whole thing. So you can tell the reflection of that screen is totally even everywhere. Versus this, although the back probably shows it a little bit better. Yeah, I think even like logo placement, very weird. Persona 3 was not expecting to get the Steelbook win. Yeah, has the better inside art, has the better outside art, better composition. Very strange. Glad to have them, but very strange. Also, I don't know if I'm just like being a stickler because they're not using the logo on one, but they use the logo on the other. How do you feel about the spine? I don't mind this. I feel like I should complain about how busy this looks, but it goes in like effect with the rest of Persona 4. I just don't get, why did we not use the logo for P4, and then why did we only use the logo for P3? That was very weird. But that's me complaining about Steelbooks. What else is new? Let's put these in here, / hope they fit. Alright, a little bit snug, but they do fit. So these sleeves, for all 7 of you who bought them. By the way, again, very nice. Like, legitimately surprised how nice this is. Hold your normal copies and your Steelbooks for all the sickos out there. So there it is. That is 20 plus minutes of me unboxing this. Hope you found it interesting. And now I'm going to start a nationwide manhunt for my $200 collector's edition. So, wish me luck. Hopefully we'll have an update video soon. Fingers crossed. Let me know what you think of this collector's edition in general. Did my points make sense? Did you like how the Steelbook looked more than I thought how it looked? What do you prefer compared to Persona 3 versus Persona 4 for a limited run? All comments are appreciated. Please consider subscribing. That's even more appreciated. And yes, I'll see you later this week for a brand new video, like an actual new video, and a brand new podcast. So, see you all then. Bye, everybody. Peace.